My journey with stuttering has been very complex, as I think it has been for everybody. I think life in general is complex for everybody. But as I reflect on my experience, which I often do, I notice that the thing that always has helped me the most is coming back to what's the most true for me in the moment. For me, not what has been spoken at me or what have I been told or taught to do. That might not be true for me. That might be true for what my speech therapist was trying to do or what other people were trying to do to try to help me. But that might have not been true for what I actually wanted or what I actually felt would have been useful for me. And what's useful for me is not trying to change who I am. What's useful for me is not trying to manipulate my speech to be anything other than the truest expression of myself. And the best way that I've been able to do that has been to really understand my body. Feel my body, understand what is going on inside of me, the feelings, the sensations, the way that I'm processing the sensory data around me. And to understand that everything that I feel, I'm technically safe. There's no actual threat. But I remember early and often as I was being told to change myself, and you get questions, you get awkward looks, you get people giving you advice. It becomes really hard to know if you actually are safe, if you actually are safe to express what is true. And so that's a very confusing place to find yourself, is how do I continuously manipulate myself to be more acceptable to other people? And I think when you shift that paradigm of what can I do to be more pleasing, more acceptable, more appropriate, less confusing to other people, and focus more on what is true for me in every moment, and focusing on connecting to your body, regulating your body, focusing on connection rather than on perfection or on creating some type of an ego identity where just being yourself is not the best course of action. I think when you can drop that, you can just drop into what is true here. How do I want to feel in this life? How do I want to make other people feel in this life? What types of connections do I want to have with other people? I think having that be a priority makes everything in your life, it makes your speech and your communication so much more fluid, so much more authentic, so much less brainy, and so much more just spontaneous, so much more just truthful. And so that's really been one of the greatest things that I've done on my journey, has been to understand that and to embody it. And I think that life can only get better from here on out. So, thanks for listening.